Let's go. Cheers. Turn that up. There we go.
How many pictures are on Yelp? You pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at.
Babe, 45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, my first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
Look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole
you
nother
think so? Well, first and foremost, welcome to the Men Don't Know podcast. I'm the man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boone. And here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Whether you're listening to us on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, or you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app, I cannot thank y'all enough. Our show is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Coy, my guy, how are we living?
How we doing, man?
Man, excellent question of the day. Why though? And we are asking one of my homegirls a bunch of questions we want to ask women. Why though? Why do you do? Why? Why? And I figured, who better else than to ask than Jess? So let's get her on the phone. Here she is. Yeah. Perfect. Make sure. There he is. What up? How are we doing?
Fabulous.
Good. I'm here with my boy Coy. Coy, say what's up, Jess.
Fabulous. What's going on?
Hi, Coy.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
They can't see you. They can't see your goofy smile right now.
Nothing. All right, Jess. We got some questions we want to ask you, and I figure, you know what? After our conversation earlier this morning, this would be the best way to go through all of this. And we are calling this episode Why, though? And it's a bunch of questions we want to know why y'all do this. And why is why as in some women. Not all, just some. Why do y'all do this? Why do y'all like to play detectives?
Man, you know what?
Yeah, we're here with you. Go ahead.
I don't understand it either. I mean, I feel like we've all done it where we're like, oh, okay, I'm going to try and find this out.
I will tell you that me and you have been staked out in the back of a car waiting to catch some dude that he was actually cheating on the homegirl with. And
I totally forgot about that night.
Mm-hmm. What happened to your bro code card?
I didn't know. We wasn't cool.
He wasn't our homie.
Yeah, he wasn't our homie. Yeah, we wasn't our homie. I was just there to make sure a gentleman didn't
safety.
Safety. Yeah, okay. Exactly. Safety first. Safety first. And lo and behold, Coy, let me tell you. You want to know how random it was? The guy was definitely cheating on the homegirl. With another girl, but then another girl was playing detective too, and that girl happened to be V.
Oh, damn.
And V, it was crazy.
With our powers combined.
Yeah, literally. It looked like everybody was assembling.
You know what? I think it's because sometimes I think girls are so tired of guys being like, oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy. You're hallucinating. You're being dramatic. You're blowing it out of proportion. And I think that sometimes even once a girl's in a relationship with a guy who's not doing that, or maybe hasn't even said that, in her mind, maybe she thinks something, or maybe she has discovered something to lead her to something. And in some situations, it's like, let me just find out first before I jump the gun. And so the freaking investigating begins. But I think it's funny because most women, our intuition is crazy. Like if we think that you did something, 90% of the time, I'm right. females are just right 90% of the time.
Because of
And even when
intuition?
we're wrong,
Yeah.
and even if we're wrong,
Okay.
there's still a situation that could have occurred. So even when we're wrong, we
hell
really
no.
could have been
Oh, shit.
right
No.
type of situation.
See, you could have been right, but you were definitely wrong.
Right.
Yes, you were
So then
definitely
I'm really
wrong there.
not wrong because I could have been right.
Oh gosh.
You're definitely not wrong because you could have been right. No.
Exactly.
Come on, Cletus.
Exactly.
Corey, you believe in that?
It's like we have to go to the strip club every night because something could happen at home. And we don't want, you know.
I can't
could be
stand
right.
you.
Could be right.
This guy said we have to go to the strip club every
I'm just saying, but how many, like, I want to know what the percentage of females that when they think something, they end up being right. Because a lot of times when we ask questions, we already know the answer.
Yes.
We just want to see if you're going to lie about it.
I mean,
Too bad they don't hold the same weight though. 'Cause,
they don't.
Listen,
They don't.
you could be. It's like you could be wrong 99 times, but that one time,
Exactly.
I got you. It's like, what about the other 99 times?
yeah, you were wrong. Nah, that don't matter. Corey,
That's
don't
all
matter.
that matters.
Don't matter, Corey. Yeah, my bad.
It's only got to happen once.
Nah, I mean, I don't even want to get into that. Let's move on, cause
Let's move on. Damn.
yeah, I mean, it's just because of the fact that look, you guys, it doesn't matter when you're wrong. All that matters is when you're right.
When you're right.
That's it, and that's crazy. That sounds crazy. That
But why does it
crazy.
sound crazy?
Because of the
Because
fact
there's no
that you're willing
repercussions to the wrong.
Exactly. You're willing to get an F, and then one A, and then F, F. And it's like, oh, well, I told you. No,
Well, it's because I only need to be right once to prove my
Oh,
point.
gosh.
I don't
I
need
guess-
to be wrong 10 times to prove
What
my
about
point.
the other 9 times? So we're not worried about
We're
that.
not
Right
worried
now.
about that.
Let's just focus on
Hey,
that.
my thing is,
Look,
if you look hard enough,
I'm
you'll find
gonna-
something.
Okay, but that shouldn't be the case.
I agree with you.
That shouldn't be the case.
I
That's
agree
all
with
I'm
you.
saying.
I agree.
I'm to the point where I feel like I just pay attention to things done or things not done by just people in general. So I already know what it is. Like, your vibe tells me everything, and I
how
can't
do
tell
y'all
you how
know
many.
that? Like you guys really
I don't know.
you look at us and it's like, wow, we move a certain way. We're breathing different. We're pronunciating our words different. We're speaking too fast. We're speaking too slow. We usually come home at 10:35, and now we're home at
Not
10:30.
not everybody is on that level,
Okay,
but
not everybody.
I feel
ahead.
like if you can read the people that you're used to, then you know what's up. And I'll put it just like this. I'm not married to you, nor have I ever dated you. But when there's something going on with you, I have literally told you, oh, what's up with that? Because I noticed this is not. And you give me the Chris laugh. See? That laugh right there. And you're like, okay, so what happened was, and I'm like, I knew it because I'm just paying attention. So now imagine somebody that you sleep with day in, day out. You see them. If you pay attention, you can tell certain things are off.
Okay, then let me ask you this: what level of craziness should men put up with? First of all, and let's be honest, every good relationship has a level of craziness in it. Yes or no?
I don't want to say crazy. I feel like that's really extreme. I feel like a level of irrational thoughts. You're being irrational right
A
now.
level of irrational thought. Okay, amuse me.
Okay. The phone thing, we've gone through this before. Somebody going through your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Me saying, oh, let me see your phone, and then going through it, not seeing anything that's out of character. Like, okay, you're not Googling anybody. You're not looking up porn. You haven't searched this person on IG. You don't have any crazy messages. Like, okay, no big deal. Like, I feel like if you're not doing anything and somebody wants to see your phone, okay, who cares? Like, that might be slightly irrational because what made you feel that you needed to look at the phone to begin with? Everybody has their different reasons. Now, if you have someone who does that and doesn't find anything, and then continues on with like, oh, you probably erased it anyways. You're probably talking to so and so, and then like that's a different level of crazy. Like you can't not find something and then be mad at what you think you could have found, but you didn't find, but you think that person knows that you possibly could have found, so now you're upset.
That just sounds crazy.
It's the Rolodex.
All she did was just go crazy right now. That sounds wild.
You got stopped, and then you're like, I'm going for more until I find something.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Like that's a whole different level. That's irrational. Or if
I agree.
Somebody works with a female and you're like, oh, who's so and so? Oh, that's my coworker, blah blah blah. And then you meet the person. Let's say you meet the coworker and like her boyfriend or her husband at like a work event or something, and you're like, oh, that's so and so. Yeah, that's her man, whatever, blah blah blah. And then you continue on with like, oh, well, you're probably sleeping with her anyways, and her man probably just doesn't know about like, you're crazy.
Wow.
Your level of rationale has just gone out the window. Like you're just crazy.
You just gotta find something.
Yeah, they just gotta have something. Something's gotta
right,
be
exactly.
I'm gonna keep throwing these darts till something hits.
They right.
Something hits.
Doesn't
like
matter the amount of
never
no's.
quitting. Yeah,
Right.
never quitting and just still like maintaining that you did something, that person did something to you. That's crazy. I feel like at that point you're crazy.
Like how many guys are putting up? And once you
Right.
put up with that in the
I think
beginning, they're just gonna keep getting worse and
100%,
maintain throughout the whole.
That's what happens when the pussy is fire coy. when it's fire, when it's
not
fire.
that
I
bad.
feel like there's different reasons.
Okay,
Because I
yeah.
feel like we have guy friends that, they have like either bomb ass females or the sex is good. But then I also feel like there's some people that are like, I'm in this situation, I can't get any better, so I'm just going to deal with it. And that's crazy.
Yeah, that's fat. Yeah, 100%.
I can't.
And that's
do
crazy.
any
Bro.
better
We
shit.
know so many people. It's like,
Like, why are you still with him and why are you still with her?
Yeah, and you probably looking at your homegirl like,
I know I can't do better. Should not be the reason.
Right?
I mean, everybody has their situation. I have a homegirl who's still in a situation that I'm kind of like, I don't understand why. And her and I were just talking like a day or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she was giving me the why I'm still talking to him. And I said, you know what, girl, at the end of the day, you don't have to tell me your reasons, because no matter what you say to me, I'm telling you right now, I don't think he's good enough for you. Period. Point blank. It's never going to change. It's never going to change.
You already have your perception
Like,
of him.
Yeah.
I can already see what type of dude he is.
Yeah.
And I'm never wrong.
Dang.
I'm never wrong when it comes to somebody's other half, ever.
Do you feel?
You might not find out in a month. You might not find out in a year. But I promise you, at some point, I'll be saying, "I told you so."
Yeah. Do you ever feel like one meeting's enough for one of your friends' boyfriends? Like, I met him and I already know, or is it like, let me give him like 2 looks, 3 before I judge?
I feel like I can get a lot off of hanging out with someone's other half for the first time if it's like a decent outing, like whether it's dinner, whether it's we went to so-and-so's house, because I can tell you right now, I look at this and it's not a biased thing to just guys. I look at the same things in females and males that my friends bring around.
Yeah.
Like, it could be Chris bringing around a girl. Oh, speaking of, yes. It could be Chris bringing around a girl.
We might as well just say it so that way, because everybody always wants to know a little Chris T. So, Coy, the last family dinner or friends and family dinner, one of the girls that we used to casually date. Is this what you're talking about?
Yep, homegirl. Because even Will was like, calm down.
Don't say the name.
I won't.
But one of the homegirls came, and she was very.
She was doing too much.
She
was doing too much,
trying
period,
to
point blank.
enjoy the time because we hadn't seen each other in forever.
Why is enjoying time doing too much?
I
No,
don't know.
Coy, no.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know, Coy.
Hey, just go ahead and call Chris Jim because she was climbing all over him like he was a jungle gym. Like, bro, what is happening right now?
I
like,
mean,
for me, no. It was a no. If I had a vote, it was a no.
Why can't
she's
somebody be
really a
excited?
great person,
Haven't
too.
seen somebody in a long time. I'm excited for them.
she's really a great person.
No.
And you guys would get along so well.
I've heard that before. It was a no for me, and the reason it was a no for me,
She even
I'll
texted
tell
me
you,
like,
Coy.
She had a balloon. She would have popped it right away. Fuck.
Damn.
I literally did text him, but
Yeah.
it was a no for me because, Coy, I'm looking at it. That specific situation was, okay, maybe you've been here before. Maybe you've met moms before. Maybe you've met sister before. But you have not met all these other people before. One, time and place, you are not a girlfriend, so why are you hanging all over my friends and acting like you're a 3-year relationship and you're just doing too much and you're being real loud, real outgoing, like we're at a bar. We're at a house. We're not at a bar. Calm it down.
Oh, man.
Damn.
All that, no.
Can't somebody be excited to see
that's
someone?
what I thought.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah. Man.
Time and place.
And if they come in,
Time and place.
quiet, why is she talking?
yeah,
she's
shy.
she's such a
Hey,
introvert.
the last crazy person was extremely quiet. Okay, I need someone happily in the middle,
I need somebody in the middle. I'm just
and
saying.
I wasn't wrong there either. See, look,
She needs somebody
case in
just doing
point.
enough, not too much, not too
case
little.
and point.
She
Because if I feel like if you're somewhere in the middle, it's because you're probably being yourself.
do I need to
like-
have you be my matchmaker? I mean, I don't know.
You sure should.
I mean,
You sure
you know
should.
what? You know what? I will say this on air. I'll say this on air. Yeah. No, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that on air. We're gonna have to
No,
talk.
say it on air.
I was gonna say. You know what? Set me up. Maybe I'll set me up with one of your homegirls. But mind you, we've been best friends for over maybe 25 years, almost 30 years.
Why you gotta age us like that?
I know. So but you know me, so don't, and you know my work ethic, you know everything that I'm doing. So, you know the vibes.
I do.
And then I'll
I do
have
know
to,
the
and
vibes.
I'll have to confirm with my guy. I'm gonna have to confirm with Will. Make sure.
Yeah, but he's the worst one because he doesn't like nobody.
He likes Coy? He likes
He's
Coy?
worse than me.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, he likes Coy,
Will.
but
Oh.
like when it comes, like if I had a girlfriend that I was trying to hook up Coy with, he would be dissecting the situation like, nah, that's not going to work because this is not. Like, he's the worst. He's worse than I am at that. Because he's real quick to be like, nah, remember that one time she came out the house not matching? Chris can't be with somebody who don't like you. He's on that level.
Oh, man. She had 2 different color socks. Damn, just
Yeah,
pass her
no,
out.
it's the little things that be bothering him.
Okay. All right.
Boy, I'm not playing
No,
with
it
you
doesn't seem like
at
anything
all.
bothers him because he's so chill.
Yeah.
That's what everyone thinks. It's all a ruse.
I gotta lay back. Sometimes I gotta check the pulse, make sure he moving. Okay, next.
No, don't let him fool you.
Let me get the next question. Why do women like to fix men? Once again, we were talking earlier, but I figured I'd bring it to a liver conversation. Why do women like to fix men?
Yeah, I don't know. I think all women do it. I know I've done it where it's like you have these hopes and dreams for these people and you're like, oh, I can fix them, or like they haven't been with somebody like me. They need this in order to be this person. And I think every girl does that. And I feel like it gets confusing for some people because there's also those people who say, build up with the person that you're with from the ground up. And I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a difference between growing with somebody and parenting somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not your mother. And I feel like a lot of girls or a lot of women, I feel like we've had trouble from when we're younger, getting older, trying to distinguish the difference between the two.
I can imagine. I could believe that. Yeah.
Right. They think that, oh, well, I'm sticking by him, until he
Mhm.
becomes the person he wants to be. Okay, that's great. But what steps is he doing to become that person? You
That
can't
part.
teach people
That part.
not to be lazy. You can't teach people to have drive. Like
Yeah.
either you do or you don't.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that you're trying to wait for this guy to get his shit straight and he's been working at Jack in the Box since you met in high school and he's still there. Like, what are we doing?
But is it because she wants the credit once she's waiting for him to do it?
Mm.
And it finally
I
happens?
feel like yes. I feel like that's partially it. And then it's also like once you put so much time into somebody, you don't want to put that time into that person and then feel like you just made them better for the next person. No, like you made them better for the next person. Because I know for a fact, I definitely thought that way with my ex. I was like, okay, he's already done these little things. Well, I'm just going to wait it out because I don't want him to all of a sudden do all these things when we break up and then I just sat and dealt with all this for nothing. Like that.
I knew you were going to be the person I knew you were going to become because...
where do I get my reparation?
Nah, Coy. Coy, don't do that. Don't do that.
Put him back in the closet with the sewing machine. We're done with him today.
Reparations, Coy, Jesus.
My bonus. My get back.
My get back. No. Oh my gosh. All right, let me ask you this now. What if she can't cook?
What's the question?
What if she can't cook?
Yeah. What if
no. What's the follow-up question? Does it matter to a guy? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like, should it matter if she can't cook?
Can't and aren't willing to learn
They're
are
two different things.
So is she just like I can't and I'm not going to?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Come on now.
I mean, what do you want? What do you want? That's the problem. I feel like that's a man's issue. That's not even a female's issue. That's a man's issue. Because one, are you the kind of guy that's like, I'm making 10 figures, 9 figures, whatever. I don't care if the person I am with cooks because I plan on having a chef the rest of my life.
Yeah,
or are you a normal everyday Joe and you're like, I'm going to work. I don't want my wife to work. So can you cook and take care of the house? Or are you someone who has a female that's 50-50 with you and you're both going to cook? Or do you only want to be the cook? Like, it's going to matter depending on your situation. Yeah. Me personally, I want my daughters to know how to cook.
Yeah.
Nice.
Never
because
you for anything.
If you decide you don't want to get married or live with somebody, you should know how to cook on your own.
Yep. Yeah. At the
how
very
you
least.
Feed yourself.
Mm-hmm. At the very
least. You should know, but I feel like it's the same thing. I feel like men and women, everyone should know how to cook.
Yeah.
The basics. Everyone should know how to do their laundry. Everybody should know how to clean. Like, simple things, because because there's guys that are like, well, I don't need to learn how to cook because when I have a wife. Okay, what if you never get married?
That part.
What if you never have a girlfriend?
You have unlimited resources
to
on
break
YouTube.
The news to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the other thing.
Yeah.
I agree. Because I feel like a lot of the younger generations like, well, I don't know how to do that. You guys watch TikTok all day, Pinterest, YouTube. You can't look that shit up.
You could butcher one of our old school dances the best you can, but you can't make a meal.
Right. Exactly. Facts.
Man, of course, you can butcher it. All right. Next question for you. Let me see. When she doesn't need me for anything but wants me, what should I do as a man for her? You ever meet those women you ever meet those women that's like, look, I really don't need you for anything, but I want you to be here. How do I solidify my spot as a man in the relationship? Because she really doesn't need me for anything.
She probably just needs you to continue being you because she likes you for you are. That's it. Just continue to do whatever you do.
I do like that answer. For me personally, my situation personally, I feel like I've always been that person. And I think that was harder for my husband in the beginning to grasp. But I feel like we've reached a really good level to where I can pretty much do anything on my own, but he beats me to the punch so that I never have to do it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you're in a,
that's my guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
that's what he does.
when-
That's that's what guys in my group do. We just we are them. He was him. I'm just saying. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think when you're in a relationship with somebody, I think the best thing for a guy that's already in a relationship would be to just beat the person to the punch. But I feel like that also is based on how you're raised. Because look, your mom is a G. Your mom has her shit together, her house, her job, yada, yada, yada. She technically doesn't need any of you guys. But if you're in your mother's kitchen and that trash is full,
Dishes in the
you're
thing.
taking it
Absolutely.
out
You
without
crazy?
your mom asking.
Yeah, no,
Right.
hundo.
But your mom doesn't have to ask.
Absolutely
That's
not.
the type of
Crazy.
situation it should be. Now,
Crazy.
if you're dating somebody, I think if you're just dating and you're with a girl who's like, well, I don't need you, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I think you should respect what she's saying and just do whatever you can for her. But if you continuously have a female that's, even when you're being good to her and being nice and trying to do things for her, and she's giving you the like, I don't need a man just because you did this. I don't need a man. Okay, then leave that sis alone because you're obviously the man, so you don't need one.
Damn. That's facts. Damn. She said, you obviously don't need a man because you are. Damn.
I mean, it's true.
No, it is 100%. I'm not even.
Because then you're emasculating men, and then that kind of is like, okay, well, what do you want? Because
Exactly.
then when you have a guy who's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Then you have a man that wants to do stuff for you, then you're complaining.
Yeah.
And then when you don't have a man, it's, oh, man, this is man or men aren't shit. Like, okay, well, pick your struggle. Which one are we doing?
All right, last question for you. For date nights, would she rather be told or included in the decision?
The plans.
Yeah.
Depends on your female.
And but I always think, and once again, this is me thinking outside the box and whatnot. I feel like women deal with so much every day of their lives. The last thing they want to do is plan a date. I feel like I should know you well enough to plan the dates.
Okay, but are we talking about just when you're dating somebody, or are we talking about
Both.
being in a relationship?
In a relationship and
Different-
dating.
I think that when you're just dating somebody, I think it's nicer when the guy takes the lead more often and just plans things.
Okay.
But now that being with somebody for X amount of years, I do like when he just plans stuff.
Okay.
But I also like surprising him with plans as well.
I like that. Hey, let me explain something to you, man. We love surprises. Yeah. Because I think it rarely happens to us.
As simple as you are, you can enjoy a nice surprise. You thought of this? Like,
damn, like I appreciate that. Like, shit, okay, like that's a dub.
Yeah, I think it could be the little things, and I do feel like it's a bigger deal for guys because as females, society has taught us that men are supposed to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, appreciate that one.
And
let them know.
It doesn't go both ways a lot of times, and I think a lot of times girls think, "Oh, well, he's not going to care." But
you'll care.
I get proven wrong with that quite often. I think it was just beginning of this week, maybe. Yeah, I think it was the beginning of this week or last week, one of the two. But there was a day where my husband didn't get a chance to get his coffee in the morning. And he was telling me, like, oh, my God, this day's dragging and blah, blah, blah. And we're, like, talking while I'm at work. And so I thought about it. And I was like, you know what? I'll send him Starbucks at work because I know he won't go out of his way to order himself Starbucks. So I sent him Starbucks. And then he texted me and he was like, oh, that was so nice of you to be thinking about me and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just something simple. But I feel like a lot of times girls don't think that way. Like, I'm not going to send him this at work, or I'm not going to do that for him. Like, that's weird.
That's not weird.
It's crazy. Please.
When the day is dragging, that iced coffee latte is looking
With 3 shots of espresso.
going out with the boys right after work.
3.
Hey,
3. This man's doing 5.
Ooh-wee. Somebody like to jump start. Hey, sometimes you got to hook the battery up to it.
Is it like Vietnamese coffees? Have you ever tried that?
I mean, I think 3 would work for Koi because you're on the smaller scale, Koi, but you see this man's that I'm dealing with.
That's what I'm asking. Does he like Vietnamese coffees, or have you guys ever tried one?
I don't think he's ever tried one.
I gotta get him one. I gotta get him one.
I know I haven't.
Yeah, I gotta get him one.
Okay, well, make sure you grab it next time Chris lets you out, okay?
All right. On that note, we are gonna let you go. Can't thank you enough for being here with us today.
Yes, of course.
All right, take it easy. I'll hit you up later.
All right, bye.
Man, very solid answers. Very a lot of things that we needed to know, and just in general for ladies. Y'all all are very unique and different women. We won't get it right all the time. We plan to get it right 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 times. Okay? We're still passing. Give credit for effort. Please give credit for effort. All right, cool. Let's get out of here. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for listening. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, or you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app, I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always, but hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, chris@mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Coin my guy, we are out.
How many pictures are on Yelp? Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's a dessert